Yo, what's up guys? Teacher Paul over here, and today we will watch a video from Felipe Neto. If you don't know who Felipe Neto is, he's one of the biggest YouTubers in Brazil, and he made a video for the New York Times. So we're gonna watch it today. It's in English, and if his English is good, we're gonna get a vocabulary list here. So we're gonna learn a few words from him. This is Felipe Neto, and he has been on the top 10 in Brazil for years and years and years. And yeah, if his English is good, we're gonna learn English with him. And if it's not, I'm gonna tell you. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. So let's go straight to the video.
I'm a Brazilian YouTuber, and I create goofy videos and generate entertainment options for families all over the world. Você pode confiar em mim. Or at least all families who speak Portuguese, which outside Brazil, Portugal, and Angola are like 5 families. But I'm not here today to goof around in front of a brand new audience. And when the clown needs to speak seriously, you know the circus is probably on fire. Americans like to boast about being the world leader at everything.
That America is the greatest place on earth.
And since the COVID outbreak, you are leading in COVID deaths. That is partly, of course, thanks to your president, Donald Trump, who many of you claim to be the absolute worst head of state in the democratic world today. Well, I'm about to show you that the 200 million people here in Brazil have you beat. Okay, for the moment we're only second in deaths, but I'm certain that our leader, Jair Bolsonaro, is the worst COVID president in the world. Bolsonaro is a...
Okay, as I said, whatever he says in this video, it's not my belief. I'm not for or against. Whatever he's saying, that's his words, not mine. Okay? Just to keep that in mind.
A military man who has defended the use of torture under Brazil's dictatorship. He then rose to presidentship using statements like this.
Vamos fuzilar a petralhada aqui do Acre! Que sou homofóbico, sim, com muito orgulho.
Do I need to say anything else, or do you get the picture? Brazil is the fastest rising COVID country in the world, and the WHO has considered us the new epicenter of the pandemic. Still, he shows no sign of taking the crisis seriously. In short, he makes Donald Trump seem like Patch Adams.
If you don't know who Patch Adams is, he is a fictional character that was played and portrayed by the late Robin Williams. R.I.P. Robin Williams. Just for reference.
The very beginning of the crisis, he has not stopped going out, thereby encouraging others to do the same. You guys got pissed off because of a measly Trump rally in Tulsa 3 months after the outbreak in the US. But Bolsonaro does that all the time. He goes to demonstrations against the...
Okay, so before we continue, let me just talk about his pronunciation. He says "duh" instead of "the." That's just me being picky, but I mean, duh, it's a big difference.
Congress. He goes to demonstrations calling for military intervention. He goes to packed city markets. He goes to military ceremonies. He goes barbecue hopping on a jet ski. He goes to protests against the Supreme Court. That bit disgusting, even with no pandemic.
Okay, that I agree. I agree with him on that. That is disgusting.
Much like Trump, Bolsonaro justifies his actions by professing to believe in miracle cures. For starters, they're both obsessed with the Shut up, I'm Brazilian! They're both obsessed with a drug with no evidence of working against the disease. But there's a big difference between Trump talking about this in press conferences and what our guy's doing. Bolsonaro has asked the health authorities to forcibly change the official medicine leaflet of hydrofluorocarbons to include
Hydroprofrofrofrosh. That's good pronunciation. Hydroprofrofrofrosh.
coronavirus as a prescribed use case. He's also using the Army's industrial capacity to produce the medication while public hospitals face shortages of other drugs, like sedatives and painkillers. Bolsonaro also actively retaliates against any public authority who promotes safety. He fired a health minister after he insisted quarantine was a good thing. He fired the next health minister after he refused to prescribe chloroquine to all COVID patients. He then put a military man in charge of the health ministry and fired most of the technical staff who had been there for years.
I'm not gonna talk on that topic, but what I want to say is that they have a lot of visuals and graphics, to support what he's saying, which is interesting. I mean, this guy is very invested in what he's saying. But as I said, I'm here to talk about English, not politics. But I like the visuals. Look at that.
Been there for years. He's also trying to incite violence. In April, he held a cabinet meeting in which he said,
Como é fácil impor uma ditadura no Brasil, como é fácil. O povo está dentro de casa. Por isso que eu quero, ministro da Justiça e ministro da Defesa, que o povo se arme. Que é a garantia que não vai ter um filho da aparecer para impor uma ditadura aqui.
and he didn't stop at words. He also took actions a few days later, upping the limits on how much ammunition we can buy and eliminating all gun tracing regulations. Finally, as the crisis worsened, Bolsonaro began mocking the deceased and their families. When Brazil reached 2,500 dead, a reporter asked him for a statement on it, and his answer was this.
Cara, quem fala de eu não sou coveiro, tá vendo?
When we reached 5,000 dead.
E daí? Lamento. Quer que faça o quê?
When the death toll got to 30,000.
Lamenta todos os mortos, mas é o destino de todo mundo.
When we reached 50,000 dead, he got musical. And when we reached 60,000, he said nothing, which was probably for the best. It's so ugly that even Donald Trump admits we're not in good shape.
Ask him, how are they doing in Brazil? He's a great friend of mine. Not good.
But there's something else that Trump says that I'd like to leave you with. Trump calls Bolsonaro a good friend.
Okay, so this is gonna get too political, and we have passed that. So we know Trump did not win the elections. In any case, what I want to talk to you guys about is the list we have here. So let me bring it up, and okay, so here we have our list, and let's learn some English with Felipe Neto. As I said, I'm not here to talk about politics, but I'm here to talk about English. Let's look at the vocabulary. So let's see. Okay, he used a few words that are interesting and some expressions as well. So to goof around, for example, let me just take these off. To goof around. To goof around means when you're playing around. So goof is a playful person. He's a goof. So to goof around is when someone is playing around. And he said he's a clown or something, so he doesn't want to goof around in front of a new public. Then there's the verb to boast. To boast. Okay, so to boast means to show off, like to talk about yourself as if you were something special, like I'm boasting about having the skills or whatever, I'm just talking good about myself, so I'm boasting. I'm about to. This is very nice, the way that he uses I'm about to. I'm about to means I am on the edge of doing something. So I'm going to do it in a few seconds. So I'm about to. It means that in the next few moments, in the next few minutes, I'm going to. So I'm about to. So that's what I'm about to means. I like this expression he used, have you beat. Have you beat means they, well, it, I mean, it's easy to translate have you beat, but it's hard to know that that's an expression. So when you say they have you beat, it means they beat you. They have an advantage on you. I keep this video here so you guys will remember that I have more videos on my channel. So go ahead and watch that. Here I'm talking about the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, so go ahead and watch that. And if you are a YouTuber and you want to be here so that I can promote your channel, let me know. Send me a message. Hit me up. Okay. So have you beat? I talked about that. Epicenter. That's the next word. Okay. So the epicenter, this is British spelling. Epicenter, that's American spelling. I'll leave it British, but it's up to you. The epicenter is where the virus is concentrated. So this is the epicenter of the virus. So it's where the virus is at its peak. It's in that city. So if the virus is spreading from that place, or there is a lot of viruses in that place, or a lot of cases in that place, that's the epicenter. Thereby is a fancy word for thereby. How can I put this in simple words so you guys will understand me? Thereby means consequently. Is that still too much? I don't know. I wouldn't say so. Maybe so, yeah. So thereby means consequently, and so. I'm sorry if I couldn't think of any simpler words, but I hope you understood how to use thereby. Measly. Measly means very little. Let's say very, very little. So for example, it's so small, the amount is so small that it becomes offensive. So he gave me a measly 10 pounds. Something like that. So it means very little amount, very small amount. Okay. Painkillers means medicine. So when you take painkillers, it kills your pain. So painkillers means medicine. Pills that you take to kill your pain. Incite means to promote. Okay, to promote. And upping means to increase. To increase, okay? So that's the vocabulary for today. I hope I wasn't too fast. If I was, and if you still have any questions, you know what to do. Hit me up down in the comments section, or hit me up on Instagram. Follow me there. My Instagram is at IamTeacherPaul. So easy. You can find me on Instagram, and that's it. Let me know if you want me to react to another video down here. And all in all, Felipe Neto has a very good English, but you can tell that he's still a foreigner, which is fine. That's not a problem. I always say there are 3 levels of your English. The first level is speaking the way you speak. So you look at them, you look at a person and you know, okay, so this guy is from Brazil. So Felipe Neto is not in the 3rd level. We don't know if he's from Brazil or not. Like when there's a distinct accent, when a person speaks with a Brazilian accent, you know, this guy's from Brazil. And then there's the 2nd level where you have an international accent, and I can't put my finger around where you're from, but I know you're a foreigner. That's where Felipe Neto is. Felipe Neto, you listen to him, you don't know he's from Brazil, you don't know where he's from, because his English is good, and he doesn't have a strong, heavy accent. So, good. It's a good thing. And then there's the number 1, which is, oh, I know where you're from. You're from the United States, or from Britain. You're from England. You know, when people speak with a British accent, I'm not very good at it, but you know, it resembles British English. So that's the first level that I would say. So Felipe Neto is in between 2 and 1. So you know he has American influence, but you know he's not an American. So if he practices a bit more, he's gonna be able to fool Americans. He's gonna be able to go to the US and talk to them, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, so where are you from here in the United States?" Or which city are you from? He will be able to trick people into thinking he's American. If he doesn't practice, if he just goes with his English right now, people will not know where he's from, but they will still think, "Oh, you learned English in America." So yeah, so that's it. And yeah, so it's pretty good. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it, and I hope you put this vocabulary into use. I'll see you on the next video. Subscribe, like this video, and leave your comment, and let me know what you want me to react to next. So I'll see you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.